Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Channel Your Light. We are rolling with some intense energies this week, and I'll just illuminate a couple of them just to give you a very clear picture, because this is a message about the summoning. This has three parts. Okay, we have three parts, and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here because my oldest cat, Luna, is like taking up the whole seat behind me. So forgive me if I'm like here at the screen. Oh, I'm also hearing protection. Cats walking both worlds, meandering. I'm seeing this fine line that's like a line of dust that isn't readily available to the sight. And I'm seeing the cat weave her paws moving along it, but she never steps on the line to break the pace. She only weaves out and around as she needs to. This is so interesting because uh, this is a full moon in Taurus we're coming up to. And that's part of what this message is for, but it's something much deeper about this summoning. Like, think about Taurus energy, just a zodiac sign. They're all about pleasure, money, sensuality, physical, just forms that feel good. In the signs of the zodiac, each zodiac represents a certain phase of the journey. Like Aries is the I am, the identity. And when we get to Taurus, which is the second sign, it's I have, and on and on and on. If you want to see the full breakdown of all the different astrological signs that you can attune to as a marker of your pathway at this current moment in time for your new journey, a new beginning, please feel free to check out my blog. If you're on my email subscriber list, you're going to get the email anyways, which just gives a really easy breakdown of all the signs, what they represent, and how you can use that to track a pathway or to guide you forward on a pathway that's new for you and maybe feels a little unstable. Interesting. All right. So I want to come to this message of the summoning because this is really impactful. Mars has just moved into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is all about expansion, and Mars is all about action, taking action. And we've got Saturn, which is our cycles. Our actions create cycles, cause and effect. And we can either choose to re-enter a cycle at this time, or we can choose to elevate above and create an entirely new cycle in the unknown, hence Aries coming before the full moon in Taurus. This is a moon where we are invited to actually go after what we want. And this is where the summoning comes in. Some of you have been summoned, like spiritually, energetically. Your soul feels it's being called. Others of you, you have been summoning parts of yourself that have been dormant, that you have been accessed in other parallel timelines of consciousness of you. Like, for example, there's a version of you who's already succeeded in this. There's a version of you who's an expert painter. There's a version of you who is rich and famous as a singer, I guess you could say, whoever these messages are. There's a version of you who's completely healed and whole and on your highest timeline of joy and abundance. These are all versions of you that exist in the energetic quantum field inside the vastness, the fullness of the void. Right now, many of you over October, October was a ring of fire, and November is the rise, the Phoenix rise. And I say rise as in walking the pathway. If you are, Spirit, I feel like this is kind of like all over the place. And they're making me feel like that's kind of what it feels like when you're going on a new journey, when you're still releasing old things and still coming into new things. But they want to make it very clear when you go on a new journey, when you say, you know what, I'm just going to claim that I want that and actually go all in and go after what you want. The moment you decide you claim something, you have to go through this process of summoning the pieces and parts of you that are capable of actually receiving it, actually having it, actually embodying it. So let's say there's so much here. I just want to kind of ground this because it's a lot, and I'm sure you guys are all feeling it a lot. So let's just touch on the energies just to explain to you how a lot this energy is. And I'm also getting a side note message for somebody on here. You're not a lot. I feel like that's the identity you're releasing. You're not a lot. And if somebody feels like you are too much, or you are too much to handle, too hot to handle, you're a lot and they can't take that a lot, it's not because you're a lot. It's because they can't handle, they can't handle this much. They can only handle this much. That does not speak to you being a lot. It speaks to the level or amount that they're able to take in at any given point in time. Identity of that is released. I'm hearing we're done with that. We are done with that, whoever that message is for, and you actually know it. And I have your guides here saying that you know it. So I just kind of want to put this into summoning pieces and parts of you for this new journey. If Mars is your action and represents acting, being able to go after what you want, feeling like you can actually shape and mold the world around you, feeling like you can actually create and see the effects of your creations, see that you have an impact on the world and have that impact reflected to you. A lot of you are already on this journey, but they're just making me feel like many of you at this time frame are going to be asked to summon more of you, more courage, more strength, more not giving a shit, more power within you. Like that's what the summoning is. It's summoning more of you. It's opening to the whole of you. And if you want to embrace and embody that thing you want to claim and actually go after it, you have to summon this piece of you. Some of you are going to feel like you're hitting obstacles, or you're going to have a little bit of resistance show up, or a little bit of fear, or a little bit of I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know where this is going. Take a moment, breathe and ground. You are on the precipice and the threshold. And what does a divine warrior do? They do not say, oh, well, I have to go back and do it this way, or I'm going to go into an old pattern. No, they breathe, they ground, and they summon more of themselves to the table, summon more of your courage, more of your knowing, more of your trust and faith and divinity, thus in you, more trust and faith in you, thus divinity. Some people say we are gifted. A desire, a soul desire arises from us to fulfill it. And we don't get to choose what that is that our soul's trying to fulfill. But we do get to choose whether we go full forwards towards it or whether we choose a different path. I say this because the one that this message is for, and the one is meant for a group of ones. Yes, you are the one. You are the one of you who's going to fulfill your soul's desires, dreams, and goals and unfoldment and highest timeline. You are the one who has access the deeper you go into all these other frequencies that exist in your consciousness that you can tap into and begin embodying. At this point in time, this particular week, which is November, the first week of November, we're being asked to summon pieces and parts of us that have been dormant for lifetimes, that we've already honed in another lifetime and are just, summoning that aspect of us to the table now. We can do this, and whoever this is for, the message is, as a soul group, as speaking to the oversoul of this particular soul group, we can do this because we have dove down deep into the depths to retrieve more of us so we can go higher. I'm going to put a diagram on this that shows you. It's 1:44 on my clock right now. I'm just noticing that. I'm being told to reference that for somebody as a confirmation. Maybe that's your number. I'm also told to give the number 118 and 113. I'm not sure what that means for you, but that's just validations, confirmations for somebody on here as a sign and a synchronicity that you are on the right track. You are asked to summon more of yourself to the table. It's more of you. Why wouldn't you? Yes, it might be uncomfortable a little bit at first or a little bit shaky, but that's what happens when you go on a new journey. We don't summon something that we've not embodied yet in this incarnation and feel totally comfortable in the skin. Oh no. And in addition, whoever this message is for, you've been shedding skins so that you can see more of you. It's like you take off a skin and your energy gets bigger. You take off an identity, your energy takes up more space. You shed another role and your energetic field just becomes this glorious. This glorious embodiment of the whole of you, which allows you to summon what you need when you need it to rise to the occasion. In the divine mind, there are no obstacles. In the divine mind, there is no struggles. Just drawing on Florence Scovel Shinn here, because she has amassed a mastery of the mind that allows each and every one of us to dive into the rivers of faith and be carried along, plucking and pulling from the banks of either side any pieces and parts and treasure of us that needs to be summoned and brought to the table. I also am being shown the table, your table, where all the sides of the table are each different versions of you, different aspects of you, different skills of you. The reason that we have the reason you have resurrected all of these phases and facets of you and summoned them to the table is so that when you need one, they can arise. This is a message for the gatherer. You have been gathering pieces and parts of you from all over the domain of this world, and domain is specific. In the gathering, every seat at your table is filled with a facet of you that can be called upon in a moment's notice. And if there is a seat that is empty, and I'm seeing one of your seats at your table is empty, you're being asked to pull out the chair and summon that facet of you. Summon more of your courage, more of your heart, more of your trust, more of your expanded self. Ooh, that feels so good. The summoning has begun is what I am hearing. Now, look at the energy. We've got Mars action that just shifted into Sagittarius on Monday, I think it was. And then midweek this week, like there's 3 major planetary shifts. Midweek, we then have Venus that shifts into Scorpio, this deep wounds. I'm going to link here the channel from Chiron where the wounds of time is being revealed, and the time of wounds is coming to a close right here and right now, if it not already has for you. So I'll link that in the video description box below, and I'll link it as the last video at the end of this particular session. But they're really making me feel like if you've got Mars in action, expanded into Sagittarius, it's an expansive action. You're going to take new actions that you couldn't go after before, even if though you wanted to, because your inner energy wasn't aligned. You hadn't freed enough of yourself. You hadn't summoned enough of yourself. And then we move into Venus, who shifts into Scorpio, which is that deep death. It's that rebirth. It's very Pluto energy, Scorpio. It's the deepest wounds. It's the depths of the self. And in the depths of the self, notice it's Venusian. I have physical pleasure, your money, your sensuality, the body, the physicality, healing the disconnect between spirit and matter, because your spirit holding your body here, which is in physical matter. So we're healing this disconnection that there's been between spirit and matter, us and spirit. All things around us in matter has a spirit, has a name. Just going through to a song from an older movie, Pocahontas, touching the indigenous roots, that everything has a spirit, everything has a name, everything has a prana, a chi, a life vitality flowing through it, and they all have wisdom to share if you are willing to listen. That's a message for a guide who's learning to guide. Everything has a message. All you have to do is listen and receive it, align with the frequency. Last up at the end of this week, after the full moon here that's happening, because Venus shifts into Scorpio on the full moon, we're relinquishing all those deep wounds, a great death of it, so that we can take the actions, go after what we want to in that expanded Sagittarius energy. And then to close out this week, we've got Uranus shifting into Taurus, the I have. And Venus rules Taurus. So it's going after what you want, summoning the parts of yourself that says, yes, I can have what I want. Yes, I can take action. And yes, I can see that I have an impact on my world, that I can create and see a result. I can be the cause of something greater that I truly want, and I can actually experience the effects of it. Now, this is significant because more of you online actually leans to more of your energy focused and empower. That means you're clearer, you're more grounded. It's your energy floating through your field, not everybody else's. This allows you to contain the energy, to ground it, to draw it in, and really anchor it onto the earth plane, to take forward movement and action with a greater clarity, because you have summoned pieces and parts of yourself that are now what was required for you to go after what you actually want. This has been a great soul journey for one of you on here. It has taken you probably your whole life. Listen, friends, I get it. It's taken you your whole life to get to this point, layer after layer, shadow after shadow, experience after experience, different divine detour after divine detour, going in the door and having to leave the door right away and come back out to where you are. You have been gathering to summon all facets of yourself so that you may truly go after the very thing you wanted to. And in addition, they want to come up to bird's eye view. I have a white eagle. That's so interesting. I also have a white elephant here, a white eagle and a white elephant, referencing this greater understanding that thing that you wanted to go after but couldn't. It's not that you couldn't. It's not that it wasn't yours. It's not that it wasn't meant for you. Don't lose heart. You wanted that. And we all in the universe said, of course, you are a conscious creator. Let's go through this process. We need to gather here, here, and here. We need every seat at the table filled and summoned with every facet of who you are in order so that you may fulfill that dream and that goal so that you can go after what you want. Ooh. This is a moon of embodiment. If you want to go after joy, you want to go after love, you want to go after wealth, abundance, you want to go after creating something that you just had this creative fire about, this is being summoned from you. So if you've lost heart, if you're feeling a little slow, if you're feeling like you don't have that creative fire, just breathe, ground, recognize and go within. You are summoning a warrior within you. And this isn't the warrior that goes out to fight other people. This is the warrior within that fights for your soul's purpose, that knows it's going to attain it and summons more of itself to the table to be able to attain it. Oh, it feels so big. It feels so empowering in the self. I'm so excited for whoever this message is for, because man, you are going to reap what you sow. I'm seeing fortune. Your dedication to this endeavor, your willingness to keep coming back to it, to keep submitting it to the fire so it can come back to you in a new form, to die a great death of something so you can summon a piece of yourself. You will reap what you sow tenfold, because whoever this message is for, it's not just about you. You're actually on this journey because you recognize it's for anybody in the collective who aligns with it. This is I'm speaking from the Oversoul for this particular soul group in this particular incarnation, who's here to summon all pieces and parts of them through consciousness, past, present, and future, as well as the parallel. Whichever way you attune to it will be right for you. They're saying this is particular this is a particular Oversoul message for this soul group, because not everybody's here to do that. But if you're resonating with this, oh yes, you will reap what you sow. There is so much beauty in this journey ahead of you. Let it unfold. Allow yourself, anytime you feel a little bit of doubt, a little bit of worry, go to the inner warrior, summon more of you. That's all you need to do. You've already overcome the obstacle. You just need this piece of you to easily fly above it and over it. Oh, it feels so good. The eagle has landed. I'm seeing an eagle drop down on the table and an elephant curling around, and the beautiful cat that sits at the back staring that way as a shield of protection. Well, let me know who this message is for. So yes, this is the full moon in Taurus. I'm recording it just before that. That's the energy I'm speaking to, but also the planetary shifts that are happening this week, because they're significant. And with Uranus stepping into Taurus, that's significant change in your physical world. The actions of Mars expanded in Sag then leads you to Venus addressing the deepest wounds in Scorpio. And then we move to Uranus, the great awakener, the sudden change. We're moving and shifting in a whole new way so we can have what we want, because Venusian energy wants you to claim what is already yours, because that's all we're all doing. Claiming our divine birthright is already yours if you visioned it, dropped it, received the seed of the vision already completed, so that you may take the journey of the gathering and summoning to fulfill it. So don't give up, whoever that is. Do not give up, because you're almost there. You're just summoning one more piece of you. Friends, I will leave that with you. I am sending you so much love. Happy full moon in Taurus. If you are a Taurus, if you don't really align with the moons, not to worry. This message is timeless. All of my messages are timeless. I'm pulling from the quantum field rather than the linear time space. And of course, I'm going to link the Chiron video at the end of this. If you wish to connect with me, you know where to reach me, erinchandler.com. And I will see you all in the next video, beautiful souls.